Good evening, friends. Good evening, good evening. It's the Professor here. A very warm welcome to you and a very shadowy welcome to you, especially you. Thank you for joining me this evening. No, phone's going off in the background. Thank you for joining me this evening. Hello, my Titan is on. First one on. Very warm welcome to you, my friend. And we are here. Guess where we are? We're here Sunday night in the shadows with me, the Professor. And what a wonderful evening it is. I've just been live over on Facebook just for a few minutes because just setting up a Facebook page last couple of weeks, and I was just going live on there saying about how I'm now going to go live here. So I'm always going to try and go a little bit live earlier on Facebook before I come on here. So that seemed to work all right. I've got a bit of problems with Facebook at the minute. The page is loading really weird, but it managed to go all right. So yes, if you're coming over from Facebook, welcome to the live right now. So what is Sunday Night in the Shadows? What is this all about? So we're going to get together. We're going to gather in. We're going to make a gathering together, and we're going to talk about things that are coming up on the channel, or maybe have some recommendations. Sometimes we have recommendations for movies to watch, or we have recommendations of maybe stories that people are requesting, or some of their favorite characters they want to talk about, and maybe we could put them into a story. But yes, literally, it's just Sunday evening. You've been watching horror all week, and now you're going to sit down in the shadows and relax and have a little bit of time talking about it rather than watching it. Great. And here we are. So welcome. Let me... Oh, I'm not even ready. I haven't even got anything ready. Look at this, crazy. Let me get up the videos that I've put out this week. What did I even put out this week? I don't know. I've been very busy. I've had lots of new stories come out, lots of new ideas. Working away here to get these tales done. I had a big revelation. You're going to see it. The revelation I had in a moment, and I'm going to go over it. So remember that this is currently live, and the time for me is 7 p.m. or at this current moment 2 minutes past 7 p.m. in the evening, and I might not be live when you're watching. If you're watching the replay, I might not actually be here, maybe a replay. So check the times. I'm live right now at 7:03 p.m. London time. If you're watching the replay and you're asking me a question and think, hey, why isn't he answering me? It's because you're watching a replay. My Titan, how are you? I am amazing. Thank you so much for asking. I do appreciate that. So what I can do, for those of here, welcome. If you're joining me, welcome. Don't forget to say hi. I know sometimes we go on I've done it before. There's not many people on at a minute. There might be a few more later. But you go on somewhere and there's a lot of people and you sit there and you think, oh, I'm not important. I won't say anything. You are important to me because you watch the stories I create. That's the most important thing to me. Jeanette is on. Good evening, Jeanette. Welcome. It's great to have you here. So we're just about to go over a share. Here we go. So just going over the stuff. We're just going over the stuff I put out this week. And I'm very well, thank you. Very well. So what did I put out this week? My goodness. We put a lot of stuff out. Lots and lots. So this was last week, wasn't it? So we did this one last week, which was, It Wasn't Just a Pup. It was a great story, great tale. Really enjoyed creating that one. But then we got down and dirty. We got nitty gritty, and we created this, which I created something in this, which even made me step back a little bit. So I created this tale. I wanted to do a tale with Sarana And I wanted to do it about the power we have within ourselves, not so much the vampire. And so I sat down and started writing this tale, and it just came out. And there's a line in there. There's a line, one line of the whole story I put in there, which, like I say, that's the line that made me step back a little bit. An accumulation of years of pushing. And I think we should go over that. I think we should go over that one line. So let's come off there. So here we are. He spent the night with a vampire. That's the tale we're talking about. We can come back and share some more in a moment. How are you doing? I'm doing amazing. I'm okay. My thumb hurts for unknown reasons. I don't know. So we was talking about this story. He spent the night with a vampire. And I said there was one line in there that really stood out. And as I was writing it, I wrote it, and I was like, my goodness, that one's, or two words were just so powerful. So we have the part in it where Nathan is speaking to Sarana, and he's saying, what if I can't do it? What if I try my best and my best isn't good enough? It's not up to the mark. What if I fail? And how many times have we said that to ourselves? What if I can't do it? What if I'm not good enough, not big enough, small enough, tall enough, short enough? What if I can't do it? What if I fail at whatever the endeavor is that I'm trying to achieve? And the line that came back was Sarana's line, which was fail beautifully. I don't know where that came from. It just came out. And I thought that really was an accumulation of so many things in two words, meaning it doesn't matter what it is you're trying to do. As long as you're doing it with the effort and the fire that's within you, because if you do that, there can never be any failure, because you're living your life to the fullest by doing the things you want to do the most. So yes, those were two lines, and I'm going to get a t-shirt made of that. I've got it currently in process with Sarana, and it just says fail beautifully. I'm going to get a t-shirt and put it on the site. That's so good. Love that line so much. What we got? I'm okay, just recovering from a CT scan. They think it is cancer. Oh my goodness. Let's hope not. Let's hope you're well, and the shadows give you the power you need to get through this, and of course other forces. But we are here rooting for you and supporting you. Of course. So yes, back to where we were. Back to where we are. So I did put this out as the story, which, my goodness, I've told you especially, that I don't just create this stuff for the sake of it. I don't create it in the hope that it goes viral. I create it for myself and for people like me. That's who I create it for. And and in all honesty, I've probably watched this back about 10 times because I love the story so much. And those words, the words in there are an accumulation to come back to me. Worked really well. So I did that, and then I did the audiobook version and put an extra chapter on there, speaking about eternity from Sarana herself. She's got in her voice. Crazy. And but that's there. If it's in the Shadow Vault as well. If you're a Shadow Vault member, you can just go watch that straight away, or you can go over and get it from Spotify or something. Then we did this. Love this one. The Dark Origins, the origin of Nocturna. I always wanted to do the origin of the deities we have in the Crimson Dawn universe. And I did the story here, which I really did enjoy. I really did enjoy this. Enjoyed creating. It's different. Enjoyed creating. So make sure you've seen that. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and watch that. Especially if you've watched the Crimson Dawn and you've watched the Eldridge saga. They're going to come against this, and it's going to give you some of those pieces of the puzzle that were missing. So make sure you head over and do that. Rewrote a couple of stories that I did like a year ago that I really liked. I really liked them, and I just rewrote them. I didn't put them out as videos on YouTube because the old version's on here, but I did put them out as audiobooks, remastered. They're a bit longer, a bit more detail, and awesome. So this was the trailer for that one. Hopefully you're enjoying these trailers I've been making. Really have fun making these trailers. Then we got to this one, the big one of the week. Apart from the Serrano one, of course, but the big one. And it was The Howling Within Her. We did the trailer, and then we did the story. It was quite long. It's like 55 minutes nearly. And my goodness. Again, well, it's one of them stories again that has so many underlining meanings. I do hope you watch it and catch those meanings, what it's for there. And then the final one.
In a house built on
the final one was a trailer I literally put out an hour ago, was it? 47, 1 hour ago, yes. I put this trailer out, so go and give that a watch. I wanted to do something a little bit different. And I'm a big fan of the old Amicus and Hammer horror movies and Hammer House of Horror. And I wanted to create something a little bit like what they did. And so I went ahead and went a little bit different, a little bit more skin crawly. So it's not finished yet, but we're getting there. With it. But I want to do that. By now you should know how I operate. I like the concept, create a trailer, get a feel for how it's going to be. And once I get that feel, I can start creating. I've already done a couple of chapters into it, and we'll get in there. This is the good bit. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to let it run. You can listen to it. I don't think you can't hear the sound there, but you can watch it back later with the sound on, because I want you to watch this lovely piece here, especially if you're about to eat a meal. This is like, I put into AI, like, make someone eating some meat, and it came up with that. It's like, great. So that was pretty good. So anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. So we'll be working on that tomorrow and Tuesday. Okay, good. That's pretty much what I've been up to and what we're getting up to. Hi, everyone. John. Good evening, John. Lovely to see you. I like the Origin of the Vampires. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed that. John, hello, John. My favorite story. Watched it twice. Oh, that'll be the Wolf one. I'm also into science fiction, also known as Doctor Who. Yes. Looks interesting. Yeah. Ever heard of Daleks? Of course you've heard of Daleks, because we had Peter Cushing in 2 Dalek movies, which I have, of course. I have, yeah. Raw meat. Yes. Crazy what you can put in now. You have to be careful that it's not going against guidelines or anything like that, but you can just put something in, someone eating meat with just juice and no blood, and it comes up with that. It's crazy. But yes, that was fun making that. I do enjoy making the little trailers. Making the little trailers for me is almost like, you got to think that that's like a 1 or 2 minute long trailer. It's probably the length of the old cine movies used to get, the home cine films. So for me, it's like perfect. That's what I grew up on. And then, of course, we're going to have the story coming out for that real soon. Don't worry about that. Good. So, Jeanette, John, Titan, my Titan, welcome. If you are watching behind in the shadows, don't forget, just say hi. I'd love to give you a shout out. But remember that I am live right now, and it's now 15 minutes past 7 p.m. London time. If you watch the replay, I won't be able to reply to you. So I'd love to. That'd be great, wouldn't it? If we could create something that when someone watches it at a different time, then you can just say hi. Yeah, that'd be great. Ever been into role-playing games like D&D, for instance? Not really, no. I played World of Warcraft when it came out. That's similar. But I did play World of Warcraft for a little bit. Of course, I was an undead character. Of course. I don't play that. But no, not so much into those. I did like in the olden days when you had them, like the little figurines and stuff like that. I did enjoy. I never really had them, but my brother, I have two brothers, and my brother runs a retro toy store, and not store, like he does events, retro toy events, and he have the little figures and stuff. Yeah. Light went off. I've been listening to Warhammer 40k lore. I have Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch. Nice. I do play Diablo. I play because I can go on there for 10 minutes. I don't have much time to play it, but now and again I will. Reminds me of the one where the Daleks and the Cybermen. Yes, Daleks and Cybermen, that was awesome. Good programs. I don't think it's as good today. I don't watch it anymore. I think it went downhill a little bit for me. But I used to enjoy it. My favourite ones were the old John Pertwee ones, and then the Tom Baker Doctor Who ones. They were good because they were almost like a little bit sci-fi horror in them. Always had like some weird ones in there. What drink do I have? It's the secret sauce. It's actually a vitamin drink. It's not alcohol or anything. It's a vitamin C drink. I have one every night. Ever enjoyed The Hobbit? Yeah, I love The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think they're amazing. I just watched the movies. I didn't read the books. I just watched the movies. I love them. The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Amazing. Really good. I think they said they're remaking Lord of the Rings. I don't know. So don't forget, you're sitting in the background and you're watching me talk gibberish about what's coming up and talking about Doctor Who. And you're sitting there thinking, I don't want to say anything. You're more than welcome to just say hi and I'll give you a hi. That's all it is. I do appreciate, I know sometimes you'll sit there and you won't put anything in, but I appreciate you coming on, even if you're not speaking. It's sometimes a little bit scary. But if you want to say hi, please say hi and I'll say hi back. And if you have some ideas, I would love to see this happen. Don't forget, put it in the chat, because sometimes I can get them on board as long as it fits with the channel. It's got to fit with the channel. Hello, Kathy. Good evening to you. Stop watching it. Tom Baker. Yeah. Yeah, it was Tom Baker and David Tennant. Stop watching after that. Yeah. Tom Baker. You had a couple after Tom Baker, didn't you? And then I think David Tennant was okay. I watched a few of his. Nowhere near Tom Baker and John Pertwee, but yeah. Amazon has the Rings of Power, which is loosely based on Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I did watch the first series, but I didn't watch the second series. Met John Pertwee once at GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina. Nice. It's good. Okay. I just don't have time, to be honest with you. I have so many things I want to watch, but I just don't have time to do them. Just don't have time. Just so busy at the minute. So busy with many things happening behind the scenes. So hopefully life slows down a little bit. Met Tom Baker when I was a kid. Nice. Tom Baker is in one of the Amicus movies. The What one is it? What one? I can't remember which one it is, but one of the Amicus horror anthologies where makes a painting. It's a good story. Good story. Tom Baker. Yeah, is Rings of Power good? Good watch. I watched the first series. I haven't watched the second series. I wouldn't watch it again. It was okay. But it was okay. Ever read any fantasy books that have some Terry Rose? I don't really know. No, I haven't. Sorry. The problem I have is I only use Audible for and audiobooks. I only really listen to audiobooks. In my life, I think I've probably read 2 books. Other than that, I listen to books on Audible because I suffer from dyslexia. So reading is difficult. Listening is amazing because my recall of Audible listening to my auditory processing centers is really good. So I can listen to stuff and remember it really well. If I read it, it's like, because it's quite difficult to read, it doesn't go in as well. So if you see my Audible book collection, it's like I listen to maybe 2 to 3 books a month. I have the one where you can get 3 a month, and I try and listen to that. It's because I do a lot of driving as well, so I always listen to in the car. But yes, and the books I normally get at the moment are on. I've been doing some stuff on brain biology and science and psychology, those type of things lately. But yes, ever seen the Harry Potter series? Yeah, I did watch Harry Potter. That was fun. That was fun. Harry Potter was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Probably not, but I did enjoy it at the time. I did watch. I can read about. I prefer to listen. Yeah, it's the same. Sometimes it depends on who you are. Sometimes you have some people are visual. So if you see me, I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking here, I'm looking everywhere. It's because I more listen rather than you. Some people will look when you speak to someone, they look directly at you all the time like that. It's because they're more of a visual learner, so they'll be very good at reading. If you're speaking to someone and they're looking around, it doesn't mean they're not very confident or eye contact is off. It may well be that they're an auditory learner, which means they are probably listening, so they're not looking at you because they need to focus on what you're saying. So yes, that's definitely me. And plus the fact I have suffer from dyslexia. I don't suffer. I don't believe it's an illness or a curse. I believe it's a gift. So if you have dyslexia or you know someone with dyslexia, it is a gift. Because how would I be so creative if I didn't have this gift? And so yeah, for me it's a blessing. And I've worked and still work with people dealing with confidence issues and focus issues, children especially. And as soon as they come in and say have an issue like dyslexia, I say, wow, amazing, you're going to be so good when you go. This is going to work so well for you. I'm going to help you so much. I like yes, I don't know. I don't know if you obviously if you listen to the videos I do, I put some music behind. Try not to make it too loud. Behind, so it's sort of interacts with the story. I think it works really well because and you also notice that the music is like the old horror music. So I deliberately got that. Deliberately. It's my dyslexia too. Absolutely. It's a gift. It's a gift. Whether it's a gift because I just can't stop creating, I don't know. But I just keep going. But no longer have I finished one and I'll watch it a few times. It's amazing. And I'll have another idea on, let's do something else. And I have this unique program, and I can make like movie posters. Because when I see like the imagery, not so much reading the words, but the imagery, that can give me a feeling of what the story's going to be like. I was diagnosed at 28. I was diagnosed at about 42. So and now have 2 degrees. My master's now. Nice. Same here. I didn't do anything at school, but once I left school, yeah, I studied so much because I studied the way that I wanted to study, and that was important. Favorite piece of music is Imperial March using Star Wars. How nice. I have many. Music-wise, is more I listen to like some classical music stuff and some movie scores, things like that. I do like those. Motivational music, and of course anything that sounds like horror music, I'm all over it. Of course, I drive my car. If I'm not listening to an audiobook, I'll put YouTube music on and just say, give me something ambient or dark or horror music, and it just comes up with a playlist, and it's quite good. Yes, I'm a little bit strange like that, actually. It helps me, like, I'm driving. Sometimes when I'm driving, I come up with great ideas, which is excellent now with AI, because I can literally press a button and say, okay, take a note on this. So it can do that for me. So yeah, AI is definitely advancing. It's definitely getting somewhere. So it's really moving up fast. Don't know how far it's going to go, where it's going to go, but I see it going quite far. It'd be nice in the future, wouldn't it, if you could have like an AI robot or something, but not a robot, like a werewolf robot or a vampire robot. I could be talking to you and it could be walking past, like in the background. That'd be amazing. Autistic. Diagnosed 2019. Oh, that's not long ago. Well, it is long ago, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if you're the same as me, but someone will say, oh, that's 5 years ago. Oh, yeah. I say, oh, I remember that. But really, 5 years is a long time. But yeah, I suppose 5 years when you're a little bit older doesn't seem so long. Like I say, I work a lot, do a lot of work with children are lacking confidence, etc. And I say I'm 5, and I was like, 5 is nothing. I find it harder to get into the modern music of today. Same with today's movies, too much computer simulations, movies, and less costumes like back in the days. Yes, I don't listen to any music from today. My goodness, no, I don't. Sorry, I don't think I've listened to music, modern music, if you want to call it, for many years. And movie-wise, I struggle to watch a movie unless something's really comes out that's unique. I don't actually think I've watched a good film for a long time that's brand new. I did watch a great film last night. It was called The Skull, and it had Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee in it. It was an Amicus film. My goodness, it was so good. I've seen it so many times, but it was up on, I think it was up on Prime, and I was just flicking and just watched it. Forgot where we were. Oh yeah, the main story. What is the best decade of music? I suppose that depends on who's listening. We'll all have an opinion, and that's a great thing about being a human, is we have an opinion that's different to yours or mine or person down the road. That's what makes us unique, and that's what makes us shine. And everyone will see things a little bit different. I think that's a great thing to do. If we're all the same, we'd all be like AI, which we're not. We're all different. We like to connect. That's why I come on here. That's why I come on. I get hardly. I've got 9 people on today, and hey, 9 people. Don't forget to say hi. I'll give you a shout out. I promise. If it's live, and don't forget, check your time. Right now it's 7:30 p.m. London time for me. If you're watching it at like a different time, you're watching a replay, you can put it in the comments, say hi, and I'll reply in the comments. 70s were favorite decade growing up. Yeah. And that's it, because you grew up in them, same as me. I grew up in the 70s as well. So that's the decade we grew up in. And everyone that grows up will have their memories and their nostalgia for that point, which is great. We're all different. We all have our own fire, and that's what's important. If we're all the same, it'd be pretty boring. Pretty boring. But the one thing we all do have is the fire. Sometimes we forget it. Sometimes we forget we have it. Sometimes we hide it or pretend we don't have it, but we all have it. That fire to be who we are. All right, I was born in 91. Nice. '80s. $2:30 p.m. where I'm in North Carolina. Yeah. So it's currently 2:30 p.m. North Carolina. I think it's Eastern time, isn't it? That's right now, 2:30. But this is because I'm live. If you're watching the replay, it'll be a different time. I will say hi to you in the comments, but it's difficult for me to. 66. I was born in 68. My brother was born in 66. Brother was born in 66. He was born on the 6th of the 6th, 1966. 68. Yeah, I'm 68. 68. Born 68, not 68 years old. But born in 68 as well. Yeah, that's me. Same as me. Yes, exactly. Exactly the same. Seems a long time ago now. School seems a long time ago. But it's still in there. It's still in there. I didn't enjoy school. I turned 59 in October. Okay. Cool. It's all about the same. We're about the same. Although John has a couple of years of wisdom upon me, and Jeanette, his wisdom will shine through. And don't forget, I'm going to keep reminding everyone because, I think it's great that we have this opportunity to speak with each other, type with each other. You type, I speak. And if you watch live, put in the live chat, hey, I'm here. Or if you're watching the replay, put it in the replay, hey, I'm here. And question everything. Welcome, my friend. 2:30 years now. 260s brought on Led Zeppelin. Nice. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. Shelley is here. Evening, Shelley. Church. With BK again. Look at that. BK. I had pie today. I had pie. Actually, getting a little bit. I was lunchtime. I'm getting a little bit hungry now. It's great to see you all on here. Thank you so much for saying hi. Appreciate it. Question everything. Great name. Question everything. Like that. Shadow family. Look at that. Nice. That's what we are. I think it's important. I think it's especially important as AI gets more and more realistic for people and people spend more time with AI, which they are doing, that we're able to. That's why I'm doing this, because so we can connect as people and build that connection. I think that's really important, to have a connection, so that I can say hello to you, because I do appreciate you watching the creation. If without you, I wouldn't be putting these out. I wouldn't be making them. And making them for me is the most important thing. Making them, creating them, and putting my best effort into trying to make them the best I can possibly do is my reward. And without you, I wouldn't be able to do that because there'll be no one watching. I may do it anyway, I don't know, but it's nice to have people watching. So I do appreciate you so much. And yes. And I do appreciate all the comments on the stories, even the bad ones. Even the bad ones. I don't mind. I don't mind. You can say what you want. It's not much phases me at this time of my life. I pay attention to what's important. Cheese on toast for me. 2 burgers. I don't want to go. I might have some. I don't know what we got. I think I got some peanut butter. I might have peanut butter on toast maybe. Had pizza for lunch. Look at that, nice. How do you do writing and editing all the stories? How do I do it? I have this thing. So say I finish one, I'll go out for a drive. Maybe I'll spend some time with my family, maybe get some food, something like that. But it doesn't matter where I go, what I do. It doesn't matter what I do. I'll be sitting there and I'll see something and boom, I have this idea in my head. And so I've got my phone with me always and I'll just make a note. And then I come back and then I'll create an image for it. And then I get really excited. I get really excited for it. And that's because that proves to me how much I enjoy and love it. And it proves to me I'll do it anyway. I'll do it if no one was watching. But it's nice to have people watching. And then I think, I really want to make this. I want to write it. And I want to make the video. And I get so excited, which is why I don't have a chance to do pretty much anything else. I don't watch TV. At night when it's late, I'll watch part of a movie. But I don't watch series or things. I'd rather be spending my free time or my downtime is creation, and I get really excited about that. So while I'm getting really excited about it, I'm going to do the things I enjoy. I mean, AI, I wish. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? To get like more out. Absolutely inspired from stories from every past. I read a book once, listened to a book once called Steal Like an Artist. And what it talks about is that nothing you do, nothing is new. Everything has some connection to something in the past. So if you're a creator, a writer, whatever it is, painter, a builder, or whatever it is, you're a musician, you draw from the past. You draw from the past. My big influence, of course, is older movies from the original black and white movies to Hammer and Amicus. Yes. Do I get inspired? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because how it works for me is I can see an idea and it gives me a feeling from maybe an old movie or an old series or something like that. And I get excited about it. And I want to recreate it, but in my own words, with my own hands to mold it differently, like how I'd want to see it. So yes, am I inspired by it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe we all need to be. If someone says they're inspired and they've done something absolutely original without looking back, I don't believe it. We're inspired. That's just the creatures we are. And read the book, Steal Like an Artist, and As a Man Thinketh. Yeah, all-time period, everything's connected. Everything is connected. Everything, some way. It's like It doesn't matter, because you can go and watch something and think, oh, a little spark in that what you're watching will remind you of something else. So that's good, which is why I create to remind myself and mold my stories how I want them. Yes, absolutely. But yes, I have been putting quite a bit of work out because I've been very, very excited about good stuff. Good evening, Professor Shadow. Hope you are well. Tubby, good evening. Long time no see. Long time no see. How's that VR going? I think my appreciation for the supernatural came from Greek and Roman mythology. Nice. I think one of the few subjects I enjoyed at school was mythology. We did mythology in history, I enjoyed that. I'm a vampire eating a hamburger, sitting on a dragon. I think you missed the last bit out, Shelley. You missed the last bit out. Good evening, Tubby. Yes. Tubby is literally upstairs right now. It was her birthday on Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. And she got the VR thing. She's been playing on that. Question: I'm currently writing my dissertation on women, mental health, and the Roman Empire. Oh, nice. What a connection. What a connection. All stories have a back story and a history to give them origin to bring them to life. Nice. My birthday was Wednesday, not one. Okay. Wednesday. Oh, yeah, it was Sunday today. It was close. It was close. Shad H. Shad. Good evening, my friend. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Welcome to this conversation. We went off into, I can't remember what we went off into, inspiration for stories, and went off into things about how those inspire you and why we enjoy certain movies and music. And yeah, so welcome to the conversation. Just here, relaxing. And I've just got scolded because Kyra Tubby, her birthday I said was Monday and it was Wednesday. So I'm in super trouble now. Super trouble. Are you Aliens or Predator fan? I love Predator. I love Aliens as well. I mean, the Aliens movie #2. My goodness, so good. And then Predator with the original. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that movie. Huge fan. I think it's the ultimate tough guy movie. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those Aliens 2 and the first Predator with Arnold in it. Those are my, yeah, absolutely. And if you said, give me an action movie, the best action movie of all time, it's got to be, for me, it's Predator. It's got to be Predator. I do like the Aliens 2. I didn't like the others that came out, but Aliens 2. Lovecraft, not so much. Not so much. I delved in a little bit. The thing with Lovecraft is a lot of here we're coming back exactly to prove a point here, aren't we? Because a lot of the tales you'll read today are inspired by him, and they say inspired by. So, yeah. So that's where we're going with that. Still like an artist. Those are not too gory. I'm fine with them. Yeah. Predator 2 was good with Danny Glover. That was okay, but then I don't think it holds anything to the original. The Arnold Schwarzenegger one was just legendary. If you like action, if you're looking for an action movie, my goodness, it's so good, so good. I was actually at a cosplay. I did a live. I was on a cosplay the other week, and there was a guy fully dressed up in the full Predator outfit. It was so good. It looks so original. It looks so good. Prey. Oh, the Prey movie with the Predator. Yeah, that was okay. It was okay. For me personally, it still doesn't hit the original. But then again, for you, maybe. And that's what makes us so amazing as people, is that I'll have an opinion and so will you. You will enjoy something and say, oh, this is the best movie I've ever seen. Someone else will watch it and go, well, I didn't really like it. Blade with, yeah, I like Blade with Wesley Snipes. Of course I do. Who doesn't? I do like Wesley Snipes movies. Do like those, yeah. I think most movies today are full of gore too much. Horror movies, possibly, yeah. But is that too? I mean, we did go through that. Well, they tried to go through it in the 80s when they had all those banned movies. But if you're watching back now, they're just like us. It's nothing. But it was that shock factor which made everyone want to watch it. So my favorite is Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. Yeah, and then you're talking my language. You're talking my language for sure. Yeah, I think so too. My Titan, Blade would be. So the war between vampires and lycans were good. Yeah, it's good. Good films. Good films. Love the Underworld series, yeah. And you can see, so the war between vampires and lycans or werewolves, it's just one story, but there's many other stories, but they're all inspire each other, which is great. That's how we as humans learn and develop. Is half vampire, human hybrid, yeah. Monster Squad. That was great. Great film. Great film, Monster Squad. That was good because I didn't really like Dracula in it. I thought they portrayed Dracula, but all the others, because it actually didn't it have the creature in it, Creature from Black Lagoon? That was in there. I think it got blown up or something, but yeah, that was good. The Crow. Slept on The Thing from the 80s, yes. Kurt Russell. Great movie. And the original Thing. Thing from Another World. Still amazing. That's where they got... Once again, we're proving the point because The Thing was inspired by a thing from another world. Yes. Van Helsing was a good movie too, yeah. The Blob, my goodness. You know, you want to know something about The Blob? I told you before that when I was, 8 years old, one Christmas I got a cine camera. This was before VHS, before DVD, before streaming. A cine camera. You've got this film and you put it through and it went and it showed it on the wall. And when I first got it, I got like two main films. One was Dracula and one was The Blob. And then a bunch of these little ones with Lauren Hardy and stuff. There was, my goodness, Nostalgia 101, The Blob, my goodness. Yeah, I have it on the DVD now. And yeah, great film. Great film. It's that classic sci-fi movie. So good. I'd love to see it. I never saw it on a big screen. I'd love to see it on a big screen. War of the Worlds, yeah. Yeah, love War of the Worlds. Original, of course. These are good stories. These are original. War of the Worlds. After the Blob, how could you eat Jello? I actually had a trifle today, and it had jelly or Jello inside, and it was actually quite nice. Watching King Kong. Oh my goodness, King Kong. These movies they're just legendary, and they're so good, and they're so inspirational, and wherever you go now, these movies have inspired hundreds of movies in since. So, like I say, if you're interested in understanding how that works, there's a great book called Steal Like an Artist. It's so good, and it tells you why and how we're inspired by others. It's a very, very good book. It's only short, like an hour-long audio book. About the Godzilla movies, the original ones, I loved. As a kid, I loved them. We used to have in the school summer holidays. There's a cinema literally a few blocks away from us, and every Saturday they had had a Godzilla movie on. We used to go and watch it. It was great times. Which is why I love them, because it's nostalgia. That's why you enjoy things. You watched it at the time, you enjoyed it. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange that the reason that you enjoyed a certain thing was because how you were feeling at that time and how it made you feel? For example, let's pick your favorite movie of all time. Let's pick mine, my favorite horror movie of all time. Difficult to pick. So let's go for my favorite werewolf movie of all time, which is The Wolfman. Okay, so we're going to go with The Wolfman, which had Lon Chaney Jr. and Claude Rains in it. And why did I enjoy that? Because at the time I watched it, I had a great time. I was sitting with my brothers and we were watching it, and we were having such a great moment. But if I'd have watched that under a different circumstance, for example, you'd have been scolded or disciplined that day for some reason, or something went wrong, or you was overly tired, you wouldn't remember it the same. You would see it different, and you would say, but this one is my favorite because it's associated with the time, not just when you watched it, but what happened when you watched it. So it was a really interesting idea. Jason and the Argonauts. Yep. All good. My goodness, these are all classics we're coming out with now. All the classic movies. Like I said, I did watch The Skull with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. It's the Amicus movie. And I watched The Skull of Marquis de Sade. And yes, very, very good. Very good. Peter Cushing was amazing in it. My goodness. It was amazing. Hellraiser. Yeah, I actually watched Hellraiser at the cinema when it first came out, and Hellraiser 2 as well. At the time, they were good stuff. Good stuff. We watch them back now, and it's very dated, or I think it is. Clash of the Titans, yeah, all good. Yeah, because didn't the original one have the robot owl, and the new one didn't? So make or break with an owl. No owl, no go. So we're getting close to wrapping this up here today. So we're just waffling. Apologies for that. Don't forget, I have new tales coming out next week. Specifically, a little bit of a different one. So I might need your help on it. So when you do see the one where she fed her brother for 40 years, please go in, give it a like, and just watch it. Make sure you don't just click on it and click off. Make sure you've got time to watch it. Because it's a little bit different, it may not get out there as much. So if you can help me, that would be great. Yes, so I definitely got that one coming. I've got some other stuff in the works. See what I'll get up to this week. I've got a busy week this week. And I put a bunch of stories out already this week. And I put a bunch of audiobooks out. Some of them have some extra chapters in. So if a certain tale you liked and stuck with you, don't forget, there may be an audiobook version which has an extra bit in it. Check that out. And head over, don't forget, where's my mouse? My mouse is here. That we do have, before you go, if you're still with me, if you're still watching, okay, you can go in here, and we have many more. The audiobooks are here. So if you're buying the audiobooks, don't forget that if you're a member in the Shadow Vault, you can get them all. So you don't have to keep buying them individually. So go to Shadow, and there's a couple of courses on there that reference the stories we do as well. So Shadow Vault members, I appreciate you. Members, I appreciate you too. Thank you for helping keeping this channel alive. Without you, I wouldn't be able to help. I wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe your cat ate your mouse. We have 3 cats here. 3 cats. 3 cats. And one of them is a particular pain, because when you're trying to sleep in the middle of the night, about 3 o'clock, she starts wailing because she's hungry. Not just a little bit loud, but really loud. Really, you can't ignore it. You can't just say stop. It's really loud. My goodness. But she is 18, bless her. 18 years old, and still runs around. Supernatural cat. Yeah, I think she's got something in there. So once again, friends, thank you so much for joining me this evening in the shadow. It's been an absolute pleasure to connect with you. That's all I'm here for. Why do you come on a Sunday? Why have you been doing this for over a year? Turning up on a Sunday and just talking about the stuff you create, talking about some old movies, talking about this and that, because I like to connect with you. So always, if you're on my live, please say hi. I would love to speak with you and say hello back. If you watch the replay, then don't forget, you can put it in the comments and I'll reply back. And if you watch the tales I create, the videos and stories I create, if you comment on them, I will comment back. I won't just say hi. If you comment on the story, I will put something in there specially for you. Okay. And on that note, friends, thank you once again for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure this Sunday night in the shadows, but I must go because I'm actually getting a little bit hungry right now. And I'm going to get some food. Thank you, friends. See you next week. Look out for the stories. And a big shout out to all the members in the Shadow Vault. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. You keep the tales going. I mean, you help me do this. And the members in my other membership, thank you for supporting the channel and keeping it going. I do appreciate all of you. And if you're just watching and commenting and liking, thank you as well for helping get the word out about these stories. I appreciate you so much. I say it as if, hey, I appreciate you so much, and I really mean it. And I just say I do appreciate it, which is why if you send me a message or you send put a comment on my video, I will reply to you, because this means more to me than pretty much anything I've done, because I'm so passionate about it. And the people that follow my passion and connect in the shadows with me with my passion, I'm passionate about you. So thank you. Good. And on that note, have an amazing evening, and I will see you next week. If I press the right button to cancel the live stream, of course.